Welcome to Formula 18's Lightning System class. My name is Juan Carlos, and I've been using Formula 18 since the beginning of my career. The reason why is simple. I love to have success behind the chair. Behind the chair, I offer services for both men and women. Color, treatments, haircuts, all of it. I take pride in being a hybrid hairstylist and bringing the best to my clients. Today, we're going to get to go over the breakdown of the technology that makes this product so unique. So let's get started. There is so much information to cover, so this is how we're going to break it down. Formula 18's hair lightening system is a synergistic system containing 2 bleach powders, 5 cream developers, a plant-based reinforcement additive, which this is going to change the game completely for you, and you only need to use 1/16 of an ounce of that additive for every 1 ounce of bleach powder used, so about 3 to 5 drops. We're also going to dive a little bit deeper into that additive because there's so much more that you can do with it. Heat is not necessary when you're using this lightning system. When you put bleach under a dryer, peroxide takes over and the peroxide gives an uncontrolled lift. What that means is that the bleach is not working at the same rate as the peroxide, which eventually is going to give you unreliable results. That's why with this lightning system, heat is not necessary. With Formula 18, we have 2 lightning powders. Here are the key features and benefits. They're both going to be dust-free. The active lifting agent on both of our lighteners is a potassium persulfate, not an ammonia persulfate or a hybrid blend of those persulfates. With both of these lightning powders, you can expect to have a great fragrance, and with the proper mixing ratio and a great application, you will realize that you are not going to have swelling. And a really cool feature that I love is the bleach is not going to dry out. And remember, when bleach dries out, it stops working. With our lightning system, mixing ratios is going to be really important because depending on the way that you mix is going to be the way that the bleach not only works, but also how much money you make behind the chair. So the recommended mixing ratio is 2:1, 2 parts developer to 1 part powder. The reason why we recommend this way is because it's going to save you a lot of money behind the chair. Why? Well, you can adjust the powder to whatever consistency you like. You could even do 1 part developer to 1 part powder. However, that means that the consistency is going to be thicker. The thicker, the quicker it's going to lift, and the more product you're going to have to use. If you use our recommended mixing ratio, you're going to have great saturation, an even healthy lift, and get 2 times the amount of uses per that 1 pound bag of powder, which again is going to give you more money behind the chair. Let's go back to one of the key features that I mentioned earlier. Let's talk about the potassium persulfate. That's our active lifting agent. Again, not ammonia persulfate or a hybrid bleach of both. Why is that so important? Well, a lot of the times behind the chair, our clients aren't completely honest with us, and sometimes, most of the time, there's a lot more going on than we're told. So how do you make sure that you're using the right product to give you the best success? That's why we've put potassium persulfate as our lifting agent. Potassium persulfate has the power and ability to lift natural and artificial pigment. Ammonia persulfate lifts natural pigment but doesn't focus on artificial pigment. Most of the time, over 80% of the time, your clients are going to have artificial pigment in their hair. So the fact that the lifting agent in our powder is potassium persulfate will guarantee that you get up to 10 levels of lift on both artificial and natural pigment. Those are all great benefits and features, but let's dive a little bit deeper into the bleach powder. So our lightning system has 2 powders. One is going to be your bleach powder and the other the white lightning powder. Let's talk first about our bleach powder. The major difference between our bleach powder and our white lightning powder is that the bleach powder has built-in blue-violet aquamarines, which come from chamomile and are in our product to soothe the scalp. Now here's a quick Formula 18 tip for you, whether you're using the bleach powder or the white lightning powder. What we recommend is to first pour in your developer and then after that your powder. Once you've done that, you can add the 3 to 5 drops of your F18 additive and mix that together. The reason why we recommend that is because it's gonna give you way better mixing consistency, and your powder's not just gonna fly out of your mixing bowl. And it's way quicker to do so as well. It breaks down the powder into the developer way faster. This is what the consistency of the white lightning powder is going to look like. The white lightning is going to give you a rapid 10 levels of lift. The major difference between the white lightning powder and the bleach powder is that we've removed the aquamarines from the white lightning powder. However, it does have different conditioning agents that are going to allow you to have more lift. The step that you do not want to skip is adding that Formula 18 plant-based additive into every formula. The reason why the plant-based additive was created is this. Behind the chair, gray coverage services are going to bring you the most money. That's why when Formula 18 created the plant-based reinforcement additive, it was created to enhance the gray coverage of your clients. The incredible thing about the additive is that it can be used with any color line and on any chemical service. And it's plant-based. The key ingredients are going to be resurrection plant, tamarind extract, and pea peptide protein. The resurrection plant is going to bring you moisture and elasticity, which in our world translate to bouncy, full, shiny hair with great elasticity. The tamarind in the additive is going to provide lipids to your hair, which mimics the cellular membrane complex. What that does is that it keeps your cuticle from unraveling, and it maintains it semi-permeable, so you can still do any color service or chemical service to the hair and have optimum health. Another key feature is going to be the pea peptide protein. This is really important to the additive because it's going to provide two key amino acids to the hair structure. One is going to be cysteine and the other tyrosine. Cysteine is going to help with the overall strength of the hair, and tyrosine is going to help with the retention of color pigment and gray coverage. So by using Formula 18's plant-based reinforcement additive, not only are you going to guarantee your work, but you're also going to have a lot more client retention. Why? Because this is going to give your colors long-lasting vibrancy, gray coverage, and give your client's hair optimum health. So to separate yourself from the rest of the competition, by adding the additive, you are going to make sure that you set yourself up for success. And it can be used with any color line or any chemical service. What we've done here at Formula 18 is break that plant-based reinforcement additive into two different forms. One form I've already spoken about. The other form is going to be in spray bottle. This way, you can use it in many different ways. This is by far my favorite product from Formula 18, and the reason why is because I can use it for everything that I do behind the chair. I use this after I shampoo, before I condition. I do it to overlay with my mask for a deep standalone treatment. I can use this on a perm. I can use this to treat my wigs or extensions. I use this to normalize the porosity before I tone. This product is used for so many things, and you'll see the results every time you use it. What's the best part about it? You can use it with any brand. Now I want to talk about Formula 18's support regimen. The reason why I want to highlight this is because all of these products, except for the Firm Hold Finishing Spray, are going to have the Formula 18 plant-based reinforcement additive already in the formulas, which is amazing because that's going to extend the life of all your treatments and services. It's also going to ensure your work when your clients go home, because if they're using these products, they are going to keep their hair in optimum health, and it's all color safe formulas. All right, so you've heard all about the Formula 18 Lightning system and what it can do, but now it's time to see some results. What I'm gonna do is a standard bleach application, maybe a lived-in look, something that you would do behind the chair, even a partial. But what I'm going to really highlight here are the benefits of the bleach that we've already spoken about. What I'm gonna do is mix my mixing ratio different than the recommended use, which you can do depending on how fast you want the results or what type of results. I went ahead and did 1.5 developer to 1 part powder. The reason why is because I need my consistency to be a little bit thicker. The thicker, the quicker. What does that mean? That the thicker your consistency, the quicker you're going to get the lift. If I mix 2 part developer to 1 part powder, which is the recommended lift, then at that point, I'm still gonna get the same results. It's just gonna take a little bit longer to get there. So, depending on what type of consistency and how fast you're trying to achieve results, that's gonna depend on you. One thing that is for sure though is do not skip the part where you add the additive into your formula, because that is gonna be the secret to your success. The technique that I'm gonna be doing on my mannequin today is the air touch technique. I learned it directly from Vladimir Sarbashev, who is the person that created this technique, and it's a genius way of applying your lightener for those lived-in looks. The concept is you blow out the small hairs instead of teasing them back. The cool thing about that is that as the small hairs come out, you're gonna lighten the hair that is the longest. So depending on where you hold the hair, whether it's at 75% or 25%, that's gonna determine how much dimension you have as opposed to blonding. The lower you are with your grasp, the more dimension, the higher, the less dimension. I'm using 20 volume for my developer because I'm gonna work a little bit faster and I want this all to process at the same time. My goal is to start with 20, move up to 30, and finish with 40. Why I'm doing that is so that I get an even, consistent lift that processes and finishes at the same time without having to use heat. Again, we don't want to use heat because this system isn't meant to work with heat. When I'm doing this technique, I love to use a board, and the reason why is because it allows me to have great saturation and control of my sections. Saturation is going to be a key factor of lift. The reason why is because the better you saturate your sections, the better that your product is going to work. One thing that you can see that I'm not doing is caking my sections up with a bunch of product. Remember, this lightener will not dry out on you if the mixing ratio is used properly. So you don't need to overuse product, you just need to use enough product to have great saturation, which then gives you great lift. Around the hairline, I have to put vertical sections almost diagonal back. And if I had a bleach that swelled on me, it'd be very hard for me to be able to do this technique. So the fact that this lightener does not swell gives me another advantage with all of these trending ways of doing foil application, because now we are taking much larger sections, placing them vertically and doing a lot more things that we used as opposed to what we used to do with the traditional highlights. So having a bleach that does not swell gives you a huge advantage when doing all of the modern ways and techniques of foiling. With this camera angle, you should really be able to capture how the smaller hairs get blown out of your section with your blow dryer. And one of the really cool things about this is that next time she comes in for her touch-up, you'll do the same exact thing. So the shorter hairs will then be longer, but instead of weaving, you'll just have a line of demarcation from your previous blonding that you'll have to touch up. That is gonna allow you to have a lot more consistency with your bleaching application, and your touch-ups will be much faster and cleaner. Once the dimension is blown out with the air touch method, then you can decide what type of pattern you want to paint on the hair that you're going to apply the lightener on. As I start to move up towards the head, I start to change the pattern and create some V's and W's, mimicking the way that you would paint a balayage or even do a foliage service. What that does is allow my technique to have even more key factors of blend to it. I'm not gonna fold my foils as I move up, because since I am painting in those sections, I don't want to lift the lightener into the sections that I'm creating the V's and the W's in. All right, I'm done applying my lightener, and what I did was use 20 volume for everything that was under the occipital. Then for the sections that were between the high recession and the occipital, I ended up using 30 volume, and I also did 30 volume around the hairline. Then what I did on the crown and apex area, I did 40 volume. And everything was mixed 1.5 part developer to 1 part lightener. By jumping up in developer, I'm able to avoid using heat. We do not recommend using heat with this lightening system since it's made to work synergistically between the peroxide and the powder. If you add heat, then the peroxide becomes dominant and it impedes your lightening system from giving you the best benefits and results. Now we're just gonna let it process and wait till we have the lift that we want so we can rinse it off. But this isn't where the service ends. The service is going to continue when your client goes home with what you already created. And it's up to them whether their hair lasts, stays healthy and vibrant, or gets dull and dry. So let's talk about how to maintain your hair at home or your client's hair at home. That way, your work is guaranteed and your clients will continue to come back to you because you learned how to complete the service. By completing your service after every client, you're gonna add value to all of your services and your client's experience. What that's gonna do is maintain client retention. And if you're booked 1 to 2, maybe 3 months out, then that means that you can continue to up your pricing and have your business grow with you. So now let's talk about all the products that we have and what you can offer to your clients to make sure that they go home and get the proper hair care that they need. First, let's talk about the options that are a must-have for your back bar and the options your clients have to take home. Our first option is going to be the hydrating shampoo. This shampoo has a pH balance that sits between 4.5 and 5.5. It's also a very gentle moisturizing cleanser. What that means is that if you have clients with textured hair, curly hair, brittle hair, and they need to lock in that moisture but don't want to be weighed down, this is going to be that perfect option for them. If you live in dry areas, this is your go-to as well. If you live in areas with hard water, this is a great option. For my clients, this is a must-have. They gotta take this home for me to know that they're taking great care of their hair. Now, let's look at the bodifying shampoo. Your bodifying shampoo is gonna have all of the weightless volume. This is great for someone who goes out a lot, gets blowouts, loves those beautiful bouncy locks. If that's them, then this is gonna be your go-to. This is a pH balanced formula, just like all of the shampoo options that you have, and it's color safe. One of my favorite options to have at the salon and for my clients at home is the purifying shampoo. This also has a pH balance of 5.0 to 6.0, and it's a great option to have in the salon when your clients come in with really dirty hair or a lot of impurities that you need to get cleansed before starting any chemical service. If your client gets a lot of buildup, it's a great option to have at home to use maybe once a week or twice a month to remove those impurities as well. This formula is also a color safe formula, so you can get the hair cleansed and keep that vibrancy of your color. Our last option is going to be our Color Keeper shampoo. This shampoo has a pH balance that sits between 4.5 and 5.5, and it has cationic technology. What that means is that it's positively charged to work and hold in those color molecules. This is a great option to use if you have clients with vivids, reds, or sometimes have trouble holding on to that color. The Color Keeper shampoo is going to be a great option for them. The first option for the conditioners is going to be the hydrating conditioner. This is going to detangle while it locks in moisture as you use it. This is a must-have for my clients since I live in Las Vegas and it's super dry with hard water. My clients love this formula because it also does not weigh their hair down. The next option is going to be the bodifying conditioner. This also has a pH balance between 3.5 and 4.5. This is going to add a lot of shine while controlling the frizz. So if you have clients that have a lot of frizz or flyaways, this is a great option for them. It's also our bodifying conditioner, so you'll be able to get a lot of great styling after you have your hair moisturized, because it's not going to be a formula that weighs your hair down. The last option is going to be your Color Keeper conditioner. This has a pH balance between 3.0 and 3.5. This is a great option for people who have vibrant colors. What this is going to do is close down that cuticle but still keep that vibrancy of the color alive. If you're looking for a deep condition, then your option is going to be the Formula 18 mask. This is going to lock in moisture, enhance strength and vitality, repair from the inside out, while adding shine. This is a great option to have behind the chair because not only can you use it after a chemical service, but you can offer it as a standalone treatment. You can add the treatment spray for a deep conditioning treatment. And at that point, you can charge extra since you're going above and beyond to maintain their hair integrity, but also offering more value to your client. Now let's talk about the leave-in conditioner. The leave-in conditioner is going to detangle the hair, eliminate frizz, and add shine. This has a pH balance between 3.5 and 4.5 as well. Behind the chair, this is going to be your secret weapon. This can slow down the oxidation of bleach, and it will also lock in the color after a color service. One of my favorites is the repair oil. This non-greasy formula is going to add shine and is going to push the water out as you blow dry to make sure that you have a great blowout in half the time. This is great to have at home too for your clients. When they have that next day hair that they need to tame down a bit, repair oil is going to be the perfect product for them. Another great option that Formula 18 provides for you and your client to keep that relationship strong is going to be the Formula 18 toning shampoos. This whole line is going to be sulfate free and have that cationic formula. All of this line has a pH balance that sits between 4.0 and 5.0. The fact that the pH balance sits between 4.0 or 5.0 is going to keep that cuticle closed. It's not going to blow it open and dry the hair out like most toning shampoos. The Formula 18 toning shampoos come in these shades. You have your professional violet toning shampoo, which has double the pigment and is great behind the chair to remove unwanted yellow tones. You then have your violet toning shampoo, which is the best option for your clients to take home if they're trying to tone down or neutralize those yellow tones. Your next option is going to be your brunette toning shampoo to help neutralize those warm orange tones. We have our red toning shampoo, which we all know red is a high maintenance color. So this is a great option for your clients to take home to ensure that they have vibrancy and longevity. We also have our copper toning shampoo, which you can use in many different ways. Behind the chair, it works as a great filler when you're taking your clients from blonde down to brunettes. It's also a great option for your clients to take home if they just got a copper shade to their tone. Then they can upkeep it at home, and next time you see them, you'll still have a beautiful, vibrant color, and the hair stays in optimum health. Our last option is going to be the golden blonde toning shampoo. You can use this right after a bleaching service if you just want to achieve that perfect blonde and send your clients home with this shampoo so that they continue to maintain that shade at home. So those are your options with Formula 18's toning shampoos. They are delicate on the hair and can be used daily. Let's get into the Formula 18 treatments. This is a great option to have behind the chair to add some more value and revenue to your business. The first treatment option that you have to offer your clients is going to be the express treatment. This whole treatment can be done within 10 minutes. What you'll need is the purifying shampoo, the mask, Formula 18's plant-based reinforcement additive, the treatment spray, and lastly, the leave-in conditioner. To begin the treatment, first you need to purify the hair. Once the hair is cleansed, it's going to allow those treatment molecules to penetrate into the hair. Once the hair is cleansed, you're going to choose either the additive or the treatment spray to pair with the mask. If you're using the additive, you're going to first add the mask into a bowl, get the additive in the bowl as well, mix it, apply it to the hair, and brush it through. Once it sits for 5 minutes, you can rinse it, then you'll towel dry the hair and apply the leave-in conditioner, then style whichever way you'd like. If you're going to use the treatment spray as an option, then once the hair has been cleansed with the purifying shampoo, you will get the moisture out of the hair, apply the treatment spray, then lay the mask right over it. You'll brush it through and let it sit for 5 minutes. Once you've rinsed it, you'll towel dry it, apply the leave-in conditioner, and then style as desired. The other option is going to be your deep conditioning treatment. That treatment can be done completely in 25 minutes. If you're going to offer that option, you're going to follow the same steps, except this time you are going to put a plastic cap over the head and put it under heat. When you're offering these services, make sure that you're charging according to the market. Don't lose out on money. If you're offering a service this good, make sure that you're getting paid for it. This is a great way to continue to build your clientele off of rewards or to reward your clients for giving you referrals. Remember, always add value to your business, but never discount your services. Our mannequin is done processing, but I really wanted to show you the tone after the bleach, so I didn't even shampoo it. All I did was rinse it and rough dry it. This bleach is amazing. Take a look at how even and how nice we lifted her hair to a beautiful level 9 lift. Remember, this hair has been boiled, it's been treated chemically, it's been dyed, and still we were able to achieve an even level 9, beautiful, healthy lift. When you have a lift that's this good, you can really use it to your advantage. Right now, the tones that are trending are those beautiful gold summer tones. So this is what we're going to do. First, I'm going to use the purifying shampoo to really cleanse the hair, and right after I rinse this off, what I'm going to do is wash the hair one more time using the professional violet toning shampoo from Formula 18. This has a pH balance between 4.0 and 5.0. However, it has 2 times the pigment as our normal violet toning shampoo, which your clients can take home for the upkeep. Once you have that beautiful tone and you've neutralized the yellow tones that you do not want in the hair, then you can go ahead and rinse it. This is going to give you a gorgeous tone that your client will love. You can also use this as a pre-tone to neutralize those yellow tones and then layer whatever color or tone you want to put over your bleached hair. Once you've rinsed the professional violet toning shampoo off, then after that, you can use Formula 18's mask. This is going to not only treat the hair, but also close that cuticle so that your color has longevity, vibrance, and bounce. So here we have it, our final look. I did 2 different styles for you. I styled it nice, smooth, and straight, and then I did a style with some beach waves, which is, what's been trending for a while. Most of our clients are gonna ask for that when they leave the salon, but this is where you have to finish strong. Whether you decided to curl your client's hair, I'm pretty sure she's already amazed, you wowed her, she's in front of the mirror, she's loving it. Or even if you decided to go the smooth route, again, she should be very impressed, she should be loving her style. This is where you just need to complete the service. What does it mean to complete the service? To complete the service means to ensure your work, ensure client retention, ensure color longevity, and ensure the health of your client's hair by making sure that they take the right products home with them after their service. You're not gonna deliver these products as a sell. You're gonna deliver these products as what it takes and what they need to make sure that they have the hair and that feeling that they're feeling right now on your chair at home every single day. To complete the service, make sure that you bring all the products that they're gonna need and place it right in front of them. Use the brand new products though. Don't use the products that you have already at your station. These are the products that I'm gonna tell her she needs to take home to make sure she's doing the proper upkeep. I have the leave-in conditioner, a hydrating shampoo and conditioner, the violet toning shampoo, which is gonna be a must because I did not tone her hair. I only neutralized the yellow tones with violet toning shampoo that's pH balanced, so it's not gonna dry her hair out, and it has a Formula 18 plant-based reinforcement additive in the formula. I also have the thermal mist because if she's gonna be styling her hair to go out with hot tools, that hair needs to be protected. I also have repair oil, shine spray, and the Formula 18 mask. The Formula 18 mask is something I recommend every client take home. That way, they can perform a treatment on themselves once every 2 weeks or once every 2 to 3 washes. If your client cannot afford to take all of this product home, then you as a professional need to break it down to the essentials and make sure that they're taking the essentials home with them, because it's not about a sell. It's about guaranteeing your work and making sure that you continue to have a high level of client retention. In this situation, these are the essential products that my client must take home with her after her service to ensure our work. It's going to be the leave-in conditioner, hydrating shampoo and conditioner, the violet toning shampoo, and the repair oil. These products right here are gonna set her up for success and make sure that when she comes back to you for her next service, her hair is where you need it to be to continue performing chemical services. This is non-negotiable. I would actually speak about this during the consultation and make sure that at the end of the service, she is ready to purchase these products, because if she doesn't purchase these products, it does not guarantee my work, and therefore, that may not be the client that I need in my chair. So there you have it, a breakdown of Formula 18's hair lightening system. If you have any questions about all the things we spoke about today, or just want to touch bases, go ahead and reach out to your rep. You can also reach out to Formula 18's social media pages. We also have the Formula 18 website where we put up the education dates for the rest of the year, and also a lot more information about our products. Thank you so much for your time. We look forward to connecting with you soon.